just went to the barber shop. Boss, you ever want to go to a barber? Boss Barber, good child. As for the brother, I don't even know his name. He's a nice guy. He took the time. That's why I was late. That brother was cutting my hair. He was an artist standing up on my chest cutting. I was like, damn, he on my chest. I had to hold him up.
All right, Lavell Crawford, can you tell us crazy fan story?
Well, a crazy fan. I got a lot of crazy fans. I mean, ain't nobody ever set themselves on fire. Not yet. I'm hoping that happens. I had a person fall out, had a seizure at one of my shows, and we had to call the paramedics to come in the middle of the show, revive them. They tried to take him out on the stretcher. He walked off the stretcher, came back to watch the rest of the show, talking about, I'm going to get my money's worth.
Wow.
True story.
He really came back.
Legitimate fan. Died, came back. Came back from the brink of death just to watch the end of my show.
What state were you in? City, state?
Hartford, Connecticut.
Oh, wow, okay.
Well, you need to go find him. How you gonna go vet? What you gonna vet it? Hey man, you fell out. Did you die? Absolutely died. Yeah, he died. He was sitting down there respirating him and bringing him back. And he got off the floor and walked out. He got off the stretcher. They said, "Sir, you gonna be on your own?" He said, "I'm cool. This happen all the time. This dude, it happen all the time."
Have you ever made a fan really mad at a joke that you tell on stage?
Several times. I do it all the time. I just made him mad. Said he looked like John Witherspoon. I mean, I make fans mad. I do this joke, you know. I grew up in the age, I'm 50 years old. So I grew up in the age where, you know, you talk about everything. It's no such thing as politically correctness. All this BS with Kevin Hart and all this stuff with the whole, you know, if you're gay, you're gay. God bless you. But if you sensitive, you need to sit at home because the world is big and it's hard and it stink. It's stinking, it's hard, and it's raw, and it goes hard. If you can't make it, you ain't gonna never make it. So that's all I say about it. But on the reality, and that's not Gabriel, that's everybody. Because I had some flack with some comedians before the mad because I say what's on my heart. And I mean, I've been doing this 30 years. So when they ask me a question, I either give you a creed like Aretha Franklin. They asked Aretha Franklin. They asked her about a few artists. And they asked about Nicki Minaj. She said, I'm going to leave that alone because she don't listen to Nicki Minaj. She don't think she's not relevant to her. And that's cool. Nicki Minaj is a fan now. She's a star now. She's not with Aretha Franklin. Aretha Franklin look at singers. She's a singer. She's not a rap artist. So, saying that, I mean, when you talk about stuff, you know, I talk about stuff on stage, and I was doing a reference joke. It's basically a reference joke is giving people inspiration and making it funny on top of what it is. This call gonna be in my comedy school book, so that's why I call it a reference joke. And you refer to something about how blessed you are, because people always want to go, it's a terrible time, oh, the government shut down. Come on, man. Government shut down 2 years ago, and nobody said nothing. It wasn't terrible then. Government shut down. Girls didn't get their EBT checks, but they came back. They got them back. They was able to sell them food stamp cards. But I was talking about being happy with the gift you are, because I live my life like special need people, you know, and I was talking about special need people. Like I had a friend that I used to work when I was back before I became, you know, successful comedian, and we was at the same train station. He come up, and I mean, he basically paraplegic. He can't walk, but he came up. He go, oh God, I'm late. I said, you late? I said, the boss gonna understand you late. They ain't gonna understand me late like you was late coming in. You know, I wouldn't understand when your ass late.
I was in the meeting there.
Please don't interrupt my But he was late. He was late, and I was thinking to myself, dude, you know, I don't even know why you working. I'm sure you get a good disability check and not kicked in, but I'm thinking that you handicapped, you only really got one use of one arm. He put on his belt, had on zip-up boots, everything. So I said, the brother must have got dressed 2 days before he had to go to work. And I was just being silly, but I was just saying, but if he can get up and go to work, and before I can get to the get to the reality of it, like if he can get to work, my ass shouldn't be late. And it was funny, and it was referenced, but it wasn't like this. It was a dude, South Carolina, Lower South Carolina. It's Columbia.
Low country.
Low country, South Carolina. This dude got up, man, and I mean, he got up and he was walking fast, but he was like, you know, cussing me out, and he was mad. And he said, "Oh, Lavell, you done messed up. You done made that dude mad." And that mean he was when he walked in. But the thing about audience, you got to understand. I don't know who gay. I don't know who whatever. I don't categorize. I don't really do gay jokes. I don't even do special need jokes. I'll do a reference joke and get off of it. I don't sting people. I just be funny. I do jokes more about my life. That's one thing I need to say because I know you taping this and you'll leave all the crap in. I have to do my disclaimer because I know how some of you people are. Y'all just leave it in because it's good content. Yeah. But the reality is leave that part in. Because the thing about it is, I don't pick on nobody. I'm not an assassin to pick on. Unless you say something to me and you trying to mess my show up, now I go in hard. But he got offended. In the story, he got offended. He walking out, he cussed me out. And the thing about it was the lights off. How the hell I know something was wrong with you? You could have been sitting there laughing, acting normal like everybody else. Not to say it ain't normal, but you gonna get up cussing me out thinking I was talking about you and I wasn't talking about you. I didn't even see him. I'm the last one to go out. It's two people to go ahead of me sometimes. So for you to get mad, you just wanted to make a big deal that night. And it was weird because that energy, I don't know if y'all seen that video with Steve Brown, the comedian Steve Brown, and some guy came on stage attacking him. A comedian came when he was on stage. He was swinging the mic stand. It was this same room. So I was wondering what happened. But then I was just thanking God that he didn't come on stage after me being, you know, handicapped. I look real bad, you know, dodging him, and he fall on the ground. And I'd have been Lavell attack handicapped man on stage. I'd have looked horrible. I look horrible, so thank you, Lord, for that. But that was my pissed off moment. I had to go down the street. I talk a lot, I know.